think we're live. We did it. Ladies, thank you, Jack. Oh, there she went, right as I was starting to sing her praises. That's fine. Llacey, how are you? Thanks for hopping on there.
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. If anybody doesn't know who these two ladies are, first of all, shame on you. You have not been following the Salon Cadence journey as well as you should be. But you're looking at Nicole. That's me. This is Llacey. I am the Salon Cadence Director of Communications and Business Development. It's not an easy title. I'm going to just print it on all the business cards and hand it out instead of saying it. But I support Salon Cadence clients in identifying business inefficiencies and implement AI solutions to enhance their marketing, sales, client acquisition strategies. I have a history in brand growth and data-driven approaches that help salon owners scale their impact in their life while supporting these female entrepreneurs with practical growth strategies using just my background in education in Salon Cadence and all of the methods within it. So now, Llacey, if you want to share a little bit about yourself in case anybody hasn't met you yet.
Yeah, bios are so funny to me because I
love them.
I want to be like, I'm Llacey. I write words.
I write words. They're great words. The spoken word is lacking right now, but the word.
Exactly. So I'm Llacey. Welcome to everyone who I may not have had the presence of personally meeting, but I've been on the Salon Cadence team for 5 years now. So I have the incredible pleasure of working with our Salon Cadence warriors and helping them with all things marketing and messaging. So whether it's the words that end up on social media, text messages, email nurture sequences on websites, job descriptions as they recruit their rock star teams, I am there to help provide support and feedback and to give them also kind of the cutting edge inside scoop into AI tools and how they can leverage those to make even more words even faster without having the overwhelm that marketing sometimes brings to us all.
No, girl. And what are we going to be doing together for the first time in the 5 years that you've been at Salon Cadence, 4 years that I've known you? What are we about to do for the first time?
And the craziest thing is I get to actually meet you in real life.
I know. We are a completely remote company. And so when we have the opportunity to be together, we go all in. And Llacey and I, we're about to meet for the first time. Where are we going?
America's Beauty Show.
America's Beauty Show in Chicago. Well, technically Rosemont, but we are so super excited because Ronit has given us this opportunity to go and kind of flex our muscle a little bit. Like Llacey said, she has been working very closely with our clients at Salon Cadence through our teaching and training virtual classes when it comes to AI solutions, automation, marketing, things of that nature. And then I work with Ronit closely by going to different conferences, hosting Salon Cadence events in person, and working one-to-one or one-to-many with different salon and spa owners in the industry. So we both have similar goals, right, in mind and similar impact that we have in our careers. But Llacey and I get together for the first time in person, and I'm super stoked about it. Llacey, what are we going to do? We have 2 different classes, right?
Yes. And I think the coolest part about what we're doing is it's almost like giving people a sneak peek into the vault that is Salon Cadence and the incredible things that we teach our clients in terms of how to leverage, like not even just Chat GPT, right? We think of AI and the first thing people think of is Chat GPT, but there's a host of different tools and systems that can help automate marketing, automate hiring, automate onboarding, operations, all the pieces. And so I'm super excited to be able to kind of bring that inside scoop to 2 very unique audiences, one of which being our solopreneurs who are out there killing it every day, right? They wear so many hats as individuals. And so it's, my goal to, bring those folks kind of the tools and tips and tricks and strategies they can be using to get even more revenue, even more impact, knowing that they're kind of this small, one-person show. And then we have an amazing afternoon session for our spa salon owners who have team, right? And how to really not just leverage their team, but grow their team in the right way and attract those rock star people that aren't just invested in doing good work, but invested in really expanding the owner's vision for what they want to create in the world.
Absolutely. I want to perfect overview, beautifully done. And so now we're back to the spoken word being a 11 out of 10 from Llacey. In the beginning, she was like, I am words. And now like wowing me with everything that she says once again. So let me touch on that solopreneur class.
Sure.
So that's going to be Monday, April 7th from 10 to 11 a.m. in room 40, only at America's Beauty Show. And this is going to be called the AI Freedom Formula for Solopreneurs. And so what we've discovered is because you are wearing so many hats, you are losing up to, and on average in this industry, $8,000 in revenue potential and revenue opportunities, and just blowing money, lighting it on fire with inefficiencies in your company. So some of the things that we're going to be working with you on are how you can automate client communication and scheduling, marketing campaigns, your social media content. I think, Llacey, that was the number one thing when I was at Premiere and America's Beauty Show last year that everybody was like wanting to pull their hair out and just like literally showing me all the gray hairs. They're like, I'm 25. Look at all these gray hairs. It's social media. You know, nobody wants to touch it, but everybody has to touch it now. So I know you have a special tool that you're going to be talking about when it comes to social media. Why don't you just give like a little bit of a
So I won't leak the name. I'll kind of keep it ghosted.
Oh, okay, fair.
What I will say is, especially for that morning class, we're going to dive deep into not even just like tools we can use for batching or creating content for social media, but then also how we can get really creative on, how can I say this? Maximizing all the touch points that we take customers through so that we're not just getting people that book one time and never come back, that we're actually transforming them into repeat customers who then become our biggest champions, who then give us amazing testimonials that we can then leverage using AI to continue to drive our marketing engine with amazing words from clients that we serve.
Right. So that's that, right? That's what the solopreneurs need in order to unlock so much freedom in their company. And then we've also got, like you said, in the afternoon, that's going to be the $1 Million Salons AI Blueprint, how to stop burning cash on bad hires and build your AI recruitment strategy. That's from 1 to 2. Same room, guys. You can always find Salon Cadence in room 40. We have a special room. Thank you to America's Beauty Show for giving us this room 40, for our education all weekend. So you'll be able to find us there. But that's from 1 to 2, and that's specifically for if you're generating, you know, about $700K annually as a salon or spa owner, because these strategies, if you go into this class and this just isn't the right level for you, might be overwhelming, right, Llacey? Like it's going to be a lot of information you might not be ready for. So you might be more suited to that solopreneur class if you're underneath it. But what's the goal of the $1 Million Salons AI Blueprint?
Yeah, so I'm sure, you know, anybody that has a team that has hired, even if it's just one person, that's a very overwhelming process. And like now I think we're seeing anywhere from 100 to 200 applicants for just one single job opening. And so you can imagine if you're someone that's already, you know, heavily integrated in the operations of your business, having to take time out every day or every week to scan through resumes, then to do the interview process, then to bring somebody on board. And then God forbid, you know, 3 months, 6 months down the road, you know, they decide to leave because it's not a good fit. And so we're really diving into how can we, or which the most proven strategies that we even use with our Salon Cadence warriors to help them get attract top talent that don't just do good work, but like really are an integrated part of the vision of what you're creating. So we're going to go through some cool examples with ChatGPT, some other great AI tools that you can be leveraging so that when you're ready to hire, you're hiring efficiently, you're hiring the right person, and it's not taking tons of time for you to get through that process. And you also have a system in place to keep those folks when you find them.
Yes, I love that, Llacey. And because we love numbers so much, I'm going to hit you guys with a hard statistic that you probably already know deep in your gut, and it probably keeps you up at night. But 1 in 3 stylists will leave the salon every year, and each bad hire will cost you about $80K in wasted recruiting, training, and just lost revenue. So for a team of, let's say 10, just for easy math, that's over $240K that you're, again, setting on fire annually. So we have the proven tools, the systems, and the guide that we're going to provide you by coming to this class, just to give you this inspiration and what you need in order to be successful and more streamlined in your approach for hiring and recruiting. Because I'll tell you what, Llacey, I think the number one challenge, and when's the last time you had to work in hiring and recruiting? I'm wondering, but I'll tell you, as somebody who has to work on the back end of Salon Cadence and support with the hiring or recruiting side, the hardest part is keeping up with it, right? Like checking in on it and making sure that if you're responding to people quickly, right? Like I think that's such a huge gap is you'll put in all this time and effort in trying to attract the right person that sometimes you lose your authenticity because you're trying to speak to one specific person and maybe that's not even the right culture fit for you. So you've wasted all of this time writing to the wrong person, which you're an expert at identifying how to speak to the right person. But then you don't go back and check on it, you
Right.
know?
Right,
So
right.
that.
Yeah, I do a lot of work actually with some of my clients. As the copywriter, I'm usually brought in to write the job description.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then it ends up, dovetailing, which is fine because I also enjoy kind of being hands-on as well, dovetailing into sitting in on the interview process, figuring out how to make that final decision. And I think to your point, like, especially when we're using social media as a platform for hiring, if we don't have the systems in place to make sure we're getting back to people in a timely manner, whether they DM us or they email us, that's a reflection, right, on our operations. And for someone that is an A+ player that's looking for a team that's well oiled, like those little red flags we send to applicants before they even start the process. And although we're looking to screen people to come work for us, they're equally screening us as possible employers that they want to work for. So if we're ignoring messages or there's 2 weeks in between and they're not sure where they stand on the process, that also sends a signal to them, right? That we may not be as organized as we need to be to really support them in their professional development journey. And then the flip side of that is if we have a well-oiled hiring machine and then we hire them and we have no onboarding process, so they feel like they're, dumped into the lion's den, that doesn't help either, right? And then we start to lose people that are really, really great fits, but it's just they don't have the system, the structure, the support they need to be successful.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think that also what we see happen time and time again is if you feel like you're avoiding something, it's because it's taking a lot of energy from you. Like even just thinking about it is taking
Right.
a lot of energy from you. So if you need some support in taking these steps forward and having that strategic plan on how you're going to hire and recruit the right people and stop, again, lighting your cash on fire, then this is going to be the opportunity for you because we get in our own way. And something that we like to say at Salon Cadence is let go in order to grow. So there are things that you can systemize and have a new, fresh approach to that's going to just free up so much of your bandwidth, your mental energy, and your time, right? And that's ultimately our goal. That's why Llacey and I really love working with our Salon Cadence clients because there are so many women in there that are wearing all these hats. They're moms, they're single moms, they're business owners, they're producers behind the chair. Sometimes they're required behind the chair, right? Just to keep things going. And our goal is to work with them on, the holistic approach of their company, doing an audit of all of the different things that they have in place and what they need to have in place in order to step back from being the top producer, step into the role of the CEO of their company. And that's what we're so aligned on. And that's why Llacey's been here for 5 years and I've been here for 4 years. We're just passionate about helping women get their freedom back.
Yeah. And like, imagine being able to go on vacation and not have to check your phone.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure they will.
Yes. Right. Like knowing that it's there if I need to check in, but it's not a requirement for me to check in constantly. I don't have fires I need to put out. I don't have things I need to worry about. I don't have a list of to-dos waiting for me to come back when I come back from vacation. I can literally unplug and enjoy whatever is around me. Like that is the vision and the goal of what we're creating here at Salon Cadence.
Yes. Oh, that time freedom. Absolutely. I think about vacations too, right? Like if you're actually able to take time off away from the business, either to work on the business or to be with your family and your loved ones and enjoy, that's the bottleneck, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottleneck. You get stuck in this like routine that's inefficient and just killing your soul, killing your energy. And imagine going on a vacation, right? Where would you go? Where do you want to go, Llacey? What's the dream vacation?
I don't know. I have a friend right now who's in Hawaii and she's been sending me pictures and I'm like that. I'm not a big beach person, but now all of a sudden I kind of am a big beach person. But I think anywhere there's good fishing, I love to be able to take my son on fishing trips. I don't participate. I'm always
Okay.
I'm always a spectator. Don't get it twisted. No, I'm always a spectator. I'm the one that's holding the phone, taking the pictures, but I live, a lot of times vicariously through my kids' experiences. So going anywhere, there's amazing fishing, and lots of warm weather.
Well, then Hawaii might be a really good spot
Yeah.
for you, Gal, or Florida. And we know somebody in Florida,
Yes.
right? So I will say that I grew up on a farm and I was really into catching fish, but I'm not into any of the other things. I'm not into the waiting. I've got no patience for the waiting. I also have nothing to do with taking the fish off the hook.
Yes.
I'm not interested in these things. I will catch the fish and I'll show you. You know, like how men in their dating profiles will like hold up their fish.
Exactly.
Like I'll do that for like 10 seconds, but then I'm out. But
Yeah.
Llacey, I love the fact that we have the opportunity at Salon Cadence to work with you because you are living the life that we want to lead our clients to live to. You have so much freedom. You get to choose what you spend your energy on. You have 2 beautiful kids.
Thank you.
I know, you're so good. And for me, my story with Salon Cadence came from, having a mother who had to work. I mean, she was a working mom. She had to miss out on some things while we were growing up. And, it's hard. It's hard. We want to be able to be present with our kids and we want to be able to be take them fishing.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what Salon Cadence is all about, is unlocking that freedom. So come join us at America's Beauty Show and come find us in room 40. We've got 2 amazing classes. Again, you'll be able to join us if you're a solopreneur at the AI Freedom Formula, Monday, April 7th from 10 to 11. Again, only at America's Beauty Show. Then we have from 1 to 2, Monday, April 7th, the $1 Million Salon AI blueprint. So whichever you feel is most aligned for you based on where you're at in your journey, please join Llacey and I. We can't wait to be there to support you and to help you have a more streamlined approach to your business using AI and automation strategies.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add, Llacey?
No, I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but you guys will get access to our slides. So that's always kind of extra inside tips too. So for those folks in the afternoon session that have team, you'll have lots, and even for the solopreneurs, you'll have lots of goodies to go back home and start implementing immediately. We're not really like in a space to want to just inspire you. We want to inspire you and give you the strategies to implement. So you'll get access to the, lots of different resources and special gifts. I won't give those away when you come to the session.
Yes. That is such a good nugget that you just gave there, Llacey. We do have special Salon Cadence gifts that we're going to be giving to everybody who attends our class, and we're super excited to do it. You know that Salon Cadence is profit first salon company. So we do have some profit first salons gifts. And then we also have, different AI gifts. We won't give everything away.
Yes.
We won't give everything away, but we definitely want to see you there and we'll definitely make it worth your while. So
cool.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I think that we'll hop off for now, Llacey. Thank you for joining me and we hope to see you guys there.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.